Hey everyone, and welcome back to English with Speak Smart. I'm Jane, and I am so excited to be here with you today.
And I'm Lucy. It's great to be back. We're diving into a topic today that I think resonates with so many of our listeners, making English conversation easy for real life and keeping that motivation burning.
Absolutely, Lucy. You know, I hear from so many people who say they understand English perfectly when they read it or listen to it, but then when it comes to actually speaking, their minds just go blank. It's like a mental block.
Oh, tell me about it. That's such a common experience. And it's not because they don't know the words or the grammar. It's often more about confidence, isn't it? The fear of making a mistake or sounding silly.
Exactly. It's that fear of imperfection. We expect ourselves to be flawless, but conversation isn't about being flawless. It's about communication. It's about getting your message across, even if it's not perfectly phrased.
Right. And I think that's where the easy part of our topic comes in. How do we make it feel less like a performance and more like, well, just talking?
For me, it starts with shifting your mindset. Instead of thinking, I need to speak perfectly, think, I need to connect. When you focus on connecting with the other person, the pressure to be perfect diminishes.
That's such a good point. And it's true for any language, really. We're all human. We stumble over words, sometimes even in our native tongue. So, what's a practical first step someone can take if they're feeling really intimidated?
Okay, so my number one tip for breaking the ice, especially for beginners or those feeling shy, is to start with incredibly low-stakes situations. Think about talking to yourself. I know it sounds a bit odd, but it works.
Talking to yourself, like in the mirror?
Exactly. Or while you're doing chores. Narrate your day. I'm making coffee now. I'm going to open the window. Simple, everyday actions. No one's judging you, and you're actively engaging your brain in production, not just comprehension.
I love that. It builds muscle memory for your mouth and brain, right? It gets you used to forming sentences without the pressure of a live audience.
Precisely. And once you're comfortable narrating your day, maybe try expanding it a little, like describing what you see outside your window or explaining a simple recipe as you cook. It's about building those small, consistent habits.
Consistency is key, isn't it? Because that's what keeps the motivation going. It's not about big, dramatic leaps, but tiny, everyday steps.
Exactly. And on the motivation front, I think it's crucial to connect your English learning to your real-life goals. Why are you learning English? Is it for travel? For work? To understand your favorite movies without subtitles?
Oh, that's such a powerful motivator. If you want to travel, imagine ordering food confidently in a restaurant or asking for directions without hesitation. That tangible reward keeps you pushing through.
Definitely. And for those who are a bit beyond talking to themselves, and I hope that's many of you, finding a language exchange partner is golden. There are so many apps and online communities now dedicated to this.
Yes, I've seen fantastic results with that. It's a low-pressure environment because both people are usually learners, and you're helping each other out. It's a win-win.
And remember, you don't have to be perfect to start. You just have to start. The more you speak, the more natural it becomes. Think of a baby learning to walk. They fall countless times, but they don't give up because they're focused on the goal of walking, not on avoiding falling.
That's a beautiful analogy, Jane. We're all just learning to walk in a new language, and sometimes those falls, those mistakes, are the best teachers.
Absolutely. Embrace the mistakes. They're proof you're trying. And honestly, most native speakers are thrilled you're even making the effort. They're not there to correct every little thing, they just want to communicate with you.
That's a huge relief to hear for many, I'm sure. It takes the pressure off. So, aside from finding a partner, what about integrating English into daily life in other easy ways?
Oh, there are tons. Change the language settings on your phone or computer to English. Start watching TV shows or movies you already know well, but switch the audio to English and maybe use English subtitles. It's less overwhelming because you know the plot.
That's smart. You're not struggling to understand the story and the language at the same time. You can focus more on the sounds and the phrasing.
Right, and try to think in English. When you're driving, what are you seeing? What are you going to do next? Try to formulate those thoughts in English. It's another way to practice without needing a conversation partner.
That sounds like a good mental exercise. It primes your brain to switch into English mode more easily when you actually need to speak.
It really does. And don't underestimate the power of simply listening. Listen to podcasts like this one, obviously, or English music, audiobooks. Even if you don't understand every word, you're absorbing the rhythm, the intonation, the natural flow of conversation.
Absolutely. That passive immersion builds up over time and makes a huge difference. You'll find yourself understanding things without even consciously trying. It's almost magical.
It really is. And for motivation, I'd say celebrate every small victory. Did you manage to order your coffee in English this morning? High five yourself. Did you understand a joke in an English TV show? Fantastic.
That's so important. We're often so focused on the big goal that we forget to acknowledge the progress we're making along the way. Those small wins fuel the journey.
Exactly. And don't compare yourself to others. Everyone's learning journey is unique. What works for one person might not work for another. Find your own rhythm, your own methods, and stick with them.
Such wise words, Jane. Comparison really is the thief of joy, and often the thief of motivation when it comes to language learning.
It is. And remember that fluency isn't about speaking without an accent or without ever making a mistake. It's about being able to express yourself effectively and confidently.
That's a crucial distinction. It takes so much pressure off when you realize that. Your goal is to communicate, not to sound like a native speaker from a particular region.
Right. And if you hit a plateau, which everyone does, try shaking things up. If you've been focusing on grammar, switch to watching more movies. If you've been doing solo practice, find a language partner. A change can reignite your interest.
That's a great tip. Sometimes a fresh approach is all you need to get past that stuck feeling. And most importantly, be kind to yourself through the process.
Absolutely. Learning a new language is a marathon, not a sprint. There will be good days and bad days. The key is to keep showing up, even on the bad days.
And remember why you started. Keep that initial spark of motivation alive, whether it's connecting with new people, experiencing different cultures, or simply enjoying English media. Let that be your driving force.
Couldn't agree more, Lucy. So for everyone out there, take that first small step today. Start by narrating your morning routine in English, or find a short English video to watch. Just start speaking, even if it's just to yourself.
And don't forget, we're here to support you every step of the way. Keep listening to English with Speak Smart for more tips and inspiration. You've got this.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. It's been a pleasure talking about making English easier and more motivating. We'll catch you next time.
Bye for now.